The Mercury's Fit for Life initiative now includes kids. Find out how you can help shine the light on fitness for your kids and win a prize. That story and more on this week's Off the Presses.
Affordable elegance for springtime awaits you. Don't forget your indoor landscaping at Elastic Furniture and Discount Floor Coverings. Open 7 days a week at High and Charlotte Streets in downtown Pottstown. They cover every room in your house.
Hello everyone, I'm Diane Hoffman. Welcome to Off the Presses. First up this week, it's almost back to school time, and Pottstown High School was recently labeled a low-performing school by the state. But it was also named to the list of the nation's best high schools by the U.S. News and World Report. How can it be both? Reporter Evan Brand explains.
The answer, Diane, is it is both. The state has labeled Pottstown High School to be a low-performing school as part of a scholarship program that allows parents to move their students to other schools. The U.S. News and World Report rating is done objectively and outside of the state's framework. When I talked to Superintendent Jeff Sparagana about how the high school can both be a low-performing school and receive a bronze rating, he said the answer really depends on what you measure, and that the U.S. News and World Report guidelines measure different things than the guidelines set out by the state to determine underperforming schools. Paradoxically, an entirely new state assessment system rates Pottstown High School at a 79.5 as part of the school performance profile, which just began last year. The State Department of the State Secretary of Education says a 70 is passing, and that a 79.5 score is just 0.5 points away from being above average. So at the same time that Pennsylvania considers Pottstown High School to be an underperforming school, it also considers it to be almost above average. So it really all comes down to what you consider a good school to be.
Thanks, Evan. A project approved by the Delaware Valley Planning Commission will improve traffic signals in the Pottstown area. The closed loop system will use fiber optic cables to connect traffic signals at 66 intersections in Pottstown, Lower Pottsgrove, and North Coventry, allowing for remote control of the signals. Automated programs in the municipal buildings could put the signals on a nighttime or rush hour program, as well as manual changes such as when emergency vehicles need to get through an intersection as fast as possible. The project is scheduled for completion by 2017. Children can shine bright through physical fitness in the Fit Kids for Life contest. Meeker Pattison has the details on how you can enter to win one of 3 weekly prizes.
Parents can let their kids shine bright through physical activity in the new Fit Kids for Life contest. It's easy. All they have to do is submit a photo to mercfitkids@gmail.com doing the activity of the week. Every week we'll change the activity from jump roping to walking to running. This week it's fitness in the park. Your kids could be swinging, playing on the jungle gym, or doing any other activity in the park, and then send the photo with their name, age, and town. Winners will receive a $25 gift card from Schuylkill Valley Sports, a t-shirt, and get their photo published in the newspaper.
And don't miss this week's Mercury Mile. We'll be meeting at noon at Smith Family Plaza for a 1-mile lunchtime walk. To join the Mercury Mile mailing list, email Mika at mpatterson@pottsmerc.com. Don't go away. We'll be back after this short break.
Opportunity awaits you at our expanding personal care retirement community. Full-time and part-time openings for all shifts. Join our growing team providing quality care in our brand new facility. Apply today at Keystone Villa at Douglasville. Personal care. Looking for a flexible job? Need to make your own schedule? Chestnut Knoll at Home is seeking reliable, mature individuals for at-home caregiver positions. At-home caregivers are responsible for providing assistance to individuals in their homes.
Welcome back. A Lower Pottsgrove man accused of shooting a woman and her adult son in a Pottstown alley was so disruptive during a pretrial hearing that a judge had to remove him from the courtroom. Montgomery County President Judge William J. Ferber Jr. scolded accused shooter Sean Duell Jr. after he repeatedly interrupted the judge during a hearing on Monday. While being escorted from the courtroom, Duell shouted obscenities and lashed out at a woman who had supported him in the courtroom when he encountered her in the hallway. 22-year-old Duell of the 2100 block of Bukert Road faces charges of attempted murder, aggravated assault, and numerous weapons offenses in connection with the alleged April 2012 double shooting of 47-year-old Kimberly Smith and 18-year-old Andre Walker, both of Pottstown in Buttonwood Alley. Duell's courtroom antics occurred during a hearing at which Duell's court-appointed lawyer, Ross M. Miller, asked the judge for permission to withdraw from representing Duell. Miller told the judge Duell had been uncooperative and antagonistic during trial preparations. Last October, the Montgomery County Public Defender's Office launched a special program to educate offenders who are eligible under the law to have their criminal records expunged and to assist them in getting those records cleared. County Chief Public Defender Keir Bradford Gray said some who complete their ARD programs believe their criminal records are automatically cleared. That's a misconception, she said. That's where the clinics help. Bradford Gray recently spoke with reporter Carl Hessler about the benefits of these clinics.
Keir, what's the benefit of the expungement clinics your office is supporting?
The benefits of it is that it really supports our reentry initiatives. And when I say reentry, I mean what is going to make people more likely to not commit the same crimes that they have come here in the first place with. And that is definitely employment opportunities. So by holding expungement clinics, it helps our clients' employment options. Otherwise, then if they're not able to have gainful employment, they're more than likely to slip back into the same actions that brought them to our door in the first place.
The YWCA is hosting a criminal record expungement clinic in collaboration with the Public Defender's Office on Saturday, August 2nd at 1830 East High Street. The program costs $10 and it's non-refundable. The clinic is for adults only and only covers Montgomery County arrests. Pre-registration is required. Call 610-323-1888 extension 202. The 6th annual Stop the Drugs, Stop the Violence rally got underway at Riverfront Park Saturday with speakers and a roundtable discussion to offer advice and help. Former Pottstown High School and Temple University's football standout, Ryan Wallace, was among the speakers at the event. Wallace said, quote, "Pottstown is always going to be my home. Whether I move anywhere else or not, I'm always going to come back and help out with what's going on in my community." Our Family Ministries hosted the event. We'll be back after this short break.
Improve your outdoor living space. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Do it all or in steps with our expandable system. Call Mac House Contracting at 610-530-8727.
The Mercury's ongoing coverage of Pennsylvania's $48 billion pension crisis continued this week with an exclusive interview with Governor Tom Corbett, who is touring the state trying to drum up support for the reform. The package includes a report on the Pew Charitable Trust's efforts to help the Keystone State enact comprehensive pension reform. Evan Brandt spoke with us about the crisis and what the governor had to say.
Thanks, Diane. The governor has been talking about pension reform for several years now, and it definitely is turning into a crisis. If the figures that the Pew Charitable Trust have provided are accurate, it means that Pennsylvania and New Jersey are among the worst states in the nation for properly funding their pensions. However, the governor has not been able to get any movement on this in the legislature, even though there is a bill that was authored by local legislator Warren Camp and has been amended by Mike Tobash. Now it's a campaign year, and so the governor has taken his campaign for pension reform to the people, and he's been going around the state trying to muster up support. Of course, his real opponent in the campaign is Democrat Tom Wolf, who has very little to say about the pension crisis. In a statement that was released by his campaign to the Mercury, he said that Act 120, which was enacted 2 or 3 years ago, needs to be given time to work. However, Act 120 puts what Governor Corbett calls collars on the amount of money that the state can contribute, the state and school districts can contribute into the pension program, which is part of what's making the shortfall grow. According to Governor Corbett, every single year the shortfall in the pensions grows by $610 million. Meaning in just 2 years it adds $1.2 billion with a B to what taxpayers are going to need to come up with. We'll see whether Harrisburg comes up with any sort of solution. I'm not holding my breath.
See our Pennsylvania Pension Time Bomb series online at pensiontimebomb.blogspot.com. The list of projects recently approved by the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission is long. representing hundreds of millions of dollars, and is stretched out over more than 10 years. The Mercury culled through the list to find the projects which affected our readers and put together brief summaries of the locally significant projects. Here are a few. To see the list in full, visit our website at pottsmark.com. Finally, a black Acura TL crashed through the window of the styling room on the 900 block of North Hanover Street last Thursday afternoon. Police said the 75-year-old driver of the Acura said she was pulling into the parking space at the salon when her accelerator stuck. She was in the car with her parents, who were in their 90s. All were able to exit the vehicle. The Upper Pottsgrove and Ringing Hill Fire Companies, as well as the Pottstown Fire Department, responded to the scene. Police said the Upper Pottsgrove Township engineer would come in to inspect the building to make sure it was structurally sound and safe. An investigation into the crash is ongoing.
Don't wait any longer. Start saving money on your heating bill when you heat your entire home, water, and more with the safe, comfortable heat of a central boiler outdoor furnace. Call Keeler Service Center at 215-723-8445 or visit KeelerServices.com. Improve your outdoor living space. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Do it all or in steps with our expandable system. Call Mac House Contracting at 610-530-8727.
That does it for us this week. For myself and the rest of the Off the Presses team, have a great week. For the most up-to-date news, weather, sports, and entertainment, visit our website, pottsmark.com. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is MercuryX, and you can find us on Facebook. We'll be here every Thursday with a recap of the top stories and what you can expect coming up next, Off the Presses.